Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Snugabyss podcast. Today we decided to move. We're going to be filming into an inside area because we were filming, as David calls, a dungeon.
Yeah, we had to get out of the dungeon.
Yeah, you could probably tell.
This looks nicer.
Yeah, this looks nicer. Just got this set up today. So yeah, we're going to try and do some videos in here and see how that goes. See if it starts to look a little bit better. Anyways, today's topic is going to be the film industry, the future of films, and what films we want to see that are coming out soon that are using some of these techniques. And to start it off, I guess we'll go with you, David.
Okay. Well, as like a film industry as a whole, I think we're starting to lean more towards CGI heavy films because like that comes with good and bad. Because the good thing with CGI is you can do crazy things that we have never been able to do before in film that aren't actually there.
Valerian movie?
Valerian?
Yeah, it just came out like
with all the alien worlds and everything. Just all the crazy visuals you can do is fantastic. But it's also bad for filmmakers as a whole to start becoming really reliant on CGI.
Because then a lot of filmmakers are going to be doing indie films instead of doing big budget films because there's no practical shots.
Yeah, and then you start losing the practicalism. You start losing the realism when you focus too much on CGI. Even though we can get CGI to look very real, it's just
like the Planet of the Apes movies.
Like all the apes, they look
good.
Spot on. They look like real apes.
By the way, we're both going to college for different areas. He's going for filmmaking, and I'm going for visual effects. So we have a little bit of background on it and stuff we've heard from our professors who also have worked in the professional scene, like your film teacher last quarter. What was it?
Oh yeah, he helped out Baywatch.
So some of the things that we talk about, we actually kind of know some about. We might be wrong. It's more opinionated and more kind of like what we've seen. So don't roast us.
But like if you look at all of like the interviews with tons of other filmmakers, they'll even say, do not focus on CGI. Do as much as you can practically, then bring CGI into it.
Because you get a lot more to work with. Because if you're just doing CGI and you totally mess up a shot, I know for me, if I totally messed up a shot and I'm rendering it on out, that's 2 hours it takes to render it out. And you look back on it and you realize a character's arm is inside their stomach. And it's like, that wouldn't happen if you're just filming a shot.
Yeah, especially if you're doing things kind of like that involve humans mixing with CGI. If you get a bad shot and like you don't have that practical element of like where you put the CG on top of, then whenever they send it to editing, it's gonna...
If you want a good example of a movie that did not do good with their visual effects incorporated into a movie with humans, Warcraft.
Yes.
It literally looks like a trailer for the video game, and they put real humans in it to kind of like
it looks
make
like humans. Like the story would have been better if they were just like, oh, humans were sucked into the video game.
And everything's like retro and like it's supposed to look like a video game, but it was like it would have been an amazing movie if everything was CGI. But since most of it wasn't, it just looked like there was humans in CGI worlds. I will say the main female orc, she actually looked really good. Like she looked really realistic. I'm pretty sure.
I think they used more makeup on her than actual CGI.
But you could tell the difference between her and all the other ones because she was tiny and like she wasn't big, and all the other ones were like gigantic.
She had more of a sense of realism to her because she wasn't just like full, huge, big CGI monster that wasn't even done that well.
So that's not very. I didn't think that was a very good use of CGI. Whereas then like I said before, Planet of the Apes looks really good.
Oh, yeah, especially because like that movie World of Warcraft came out like right after the first Planet of the Apes movie came out. So like there shouldn't be any
a couple of years ago. It came out when the second one came out.
Oh really?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, but like there shouldn't be any excuse for the CGI to be bad, especially coming after a great CGI heavy movie.
Yeah, but I can see like the Warcraft was kind of like the whole thing was CGI. The environment was CGI. The people were CGI. Whereas Planet of the Apes was like, I mean, obviously you got green screening and you got fake environments and stuff like that, but you're not making every single character besides 4 characters animated. It's like if they did the opposite of what they did, having like 20 or so monkeys. Apes,
monkeys, apes. I'm sure they're all of them just thrown in there.
Well, instead of having like 20 apes and then like the rest being humans, if they would have done everybody's an ape and there's only a couple humans and everything's all fake, then I think you probably get about the same results. But their motion tracking, the way they film everything is very good. Like the new trailer for the new ones, I hadn't seen it yet.
The War of the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's currently out in theaters.
It's out in theaters now.
Yeah, it's out in theaters right now.
I haven't seen it, but the trailers look really good. So I really want to see it, but I probably won't go see it because I don't have the kind of money.
Yeah, money.
I have like 20-something thousand points at the Regal, but there's no Regal here.
True, that's unfortunate. Well, there are. They're just sketched.
Yeah, very sketchy. But yeah, so a lot of the visual effects nowadays is really kind of overtaking everything. I mean, as you can tell, there's a bunch of animation movies nowadays. I mean, Disney's always been doing that, and Pixar.
Like, animation movies are different. Like, if you're looking at live action movies, you don't want to just completely throw everything away and just be like, oh, the CGI will fix everything, when it's not really gonna fix everything. It can if you have a fantastic CGI artist, but
it's not gonna fix everything. Like a lot of films just they just end up not doing really good because it looks like they're trying to make something visual effects heavy work afterwards after they do it, and it just doesn't work out.
That's really all I have to say about the future of film, because that's the only thing I can see the future of film heading to, is just like it's heading to more CGI and visual effects, which comes with lots of pros and then comes with some cons. But hey,
they're starting to do a lot more motion capture, so that means really ugly people can be actors now. So I got
you don't have to be insanely hot.
I got a shot. But no, we have a motion capture.
Your dream can finally come true. You can be one of the apes.
Yes, finally. My dream has come true. But no, we have a motion capture in one of the halls. I know you know that because you've been to it. But we, as students, are allowed to use it when we're taking a course for it. And I can't wait to take it because they already have some presets in there. So you can literally do the motion capture, and you can have live on screen like what you're doing as a different character. They showed us like them as like a zombie, and it's pretty cool, just to think you can go straight there and then import it into any one of your videos, color grade it, everything like that, and make it look good. It'll be good.
A lot of good equipment. Hopefully we could use it for
hopefully projects. Yeah, but so more practical effects aren't being used nowadays, which is kind of sad because everybody knows that Jurassic Park was built on practical and effects, animatronics, and they're kind of going away from that with the new Jurassic World that came out with a lot of CGI.
Well, they still use some animatronics, like the dinosaur head that was laying down when Chris Pratt and then the female lead actress came to. That was completely animatronic, not CGI, and that looked fantastic. But
the big dinosaur was CGI.
Yeah,
the Dominus Rex, all that stuff. I mean, I don't think I can think of a way that they could have made that real, especially with it jumping and stuff.
Yeah, no, there wouldn't have been a way. But at least they did try to tie it into animatronics and keep its roots from the original Jurassic Park. Because even some of the raptor scenes, like the scenes where they're locked up and their head is just poking out and the dude's like attaching the military stuff to them, that was animatronic too.
I just love it that all the raptors besides those parts were like motion captured by guys. It looks so funny.
That
reminds me, just running around like,
because like in their interview with the little kid actor, he said that the most interesting, weirdest thing that he had to do filming for the movie was standing there watching dudes in leotards acting like raptors running around set.
That sounds like a pretty good day to me.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a fun job too.
Did you see it was not really a trailer, but the image for the new Jurassic World movie? It's something called Jurassic World. I forget what it's called.
You mean the poster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
it says life always finds a way.
Does it really? It says something here. Let's find it.
But it's really good. I mean, it's not really good. I don't know, but it looks really cool, and I can't wait to see it because the Jurassic World was really good. They're setting up for some really weird hybrid animals, so I hope they don't go too crazy with the hybrids. And
there's a rumor that they were gonna mix it with humans, like dinosaurs and humans, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
That's a little.
But it's a rumor.
I know, but I don't want that. No, I don't think.
Oh, there's the poster. It says "Life Finds a Way." Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is the title.
It looks pretty good. The image does. But yeah, that's one movie that's gonna be really visual effects heavy in the next coming years. What are some of your movies that are coming out soon that you think you're gonna like?
Upcoming movies?
Yeah.
Well, of course, Infinity Wars.
It's not superhero.
But not superhero related. the most anticipated movie that's coming out fairly recently, like I think it's in November, is Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Really excited for that movie. Just because I love the first one, and I think the director for the movie just did, like, his action scenes.
Is he directing the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's gonna direct all three. But yeah. Okay. Trilogy. But I like his like the way he films action scenes. It's not like the same as all the other movies where it's just like
it's not like
you punch and then it constantly cuts. Like there's tons of like pull focus, and it's just fantastic whenever they do these action scenes.
So you know that they have to do a lot of seamless mixing of visual effects and practical. Yeah. I think they do a lot more practical than visual effects though.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely do. Just because like the weapons and kind of like explosions, of course.
Oh yeah, did you see the behind the scenes for the scene in the church scene for the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that most of that was practical, which was pretty amazing that they did it, and it was one shot. It was the one shot, I think maybe two at most.
Had to take a lot of practicing, and just like that movie, I feel like as a whole for all their action scenes takes a lot of planning. Just like all the camera techniques and moves they pull during the action scenes are just, it looks great, but it took a lot of thinking.
I honestly think if they would have done the same movie but with cuts like Christopher Nolan's Batman, I hated those cuts. But if they would have used cuts like that for all their fight scenes, I don't think the movie would have been as good. Because you'd just be losing all the momentum in it. Because it's like, oh, he's going in for the punch, and they like follow the punch and then zoom back out. And Batman's like, boom, 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 like 4 shots to just show him.
Yeah, punching. It's kind of just like there's multiple cameras set up all around the fight, and it's just cutting through different angles as they're fighting.
Yeah, it's like it's not as interesting because it's like, you know what's gonna happen. Like, I want to see it unfold. Like I don't want to. And all of his films are really dark, so all you see is a black blur, and it's like, is that the good guy or the bad guy? What we're looking at now?
Who punched who again?
I vaguely remember at the end of one of the fights in the Batman movie, I was like, wait, who won? Like, I thought there was more of them.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
But like just like even the story was good for that movie.
Kingsman or Batman?
Kingsman. Yeah, no, the Kingsman story was great, but like the action scenes, I feel like just really enhance the story because the story follows. Spoiler warning! I'm sure you should know this from the trailers, but it follows like this British Secret Service, and that all they are is just like action-packed Secret Service people. So like the action and just the way they film it really helps push the story even better, and just like solidifying what it is.
And it's I don't know. I saw the James Bond movie Skyfall. It was okay. I'm not really into those movies just because it's not my kind of thing. Yeah, it's not my kind of thing. Just because it's just too much dialogue, too much boringness for me. A lot of people are probably gonna hate me for that, but I just don't like it. It's just not my thing. But I really liked Kingsman because it was kind of. I mean, a lot of people probably don't like Kingsman for the reasons I like it.
I liked Kingsman just because Kingsman felt like a more updated James Bond story. Because, more James Bond, if you really look at it, it kind of follows this dude that's a huge womanizer.
Yeah, that's true.
But, like, in Kingsman, I feel like they do better at kind of just, like, incorporating everything in, like, current day pop culture as a whole. And I feel like it's a really good, like, revamp for like, even though it has nothing to do with James Bond, I just feel like it's a good kind of like remake of it.
Spy movie.
That's a more original.
I think it's a new up and coming spy. I think the way Kingsman filmed their things and the way that they're making their movie is that trilogy is going to become kind of like the model of what a spy movie nowadays is going to be for younger audiences.
And speaking of like the future Kingsman,
even though it's
do you think they might break out as a franchise? Because with this new movie that they're doing The Statesman and the Kingsman. The Statesman is the American counterpart of the Secret Service. Do you think they're gonna split it and have like a Kingsman movie and have a Statesman movie and have it all in like the same universe? Since a lot of companies are trying to copy the MCU's format. Yeah, do you think they're gonna try that, or they're just gonna continue with Kingsman?
I'm gonna say that's where the money is at, making the whole diversion of movies and series and stuff like that. But for Kingsman.
Do you think it could work if they split it into a Statesman?
Well, my thought is that this movie that's coming out, it looks like all Kingsman is going to be killed. All that's going to be left is Eggsy, Eggsy, the butler dude, and the guy with the eye patch. Now, I saw the movie once so long ago in theaters.
Yeah, he's the dude that was killed, but apparently he's coming back. Yeah. It's going to be interesting seeing how they do that.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I think they're all just going to be dead besides those three.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not really a way for them to bring it back unless they continue the Statesman, right?
Yeah.
They continue the Statesman with their current posse, and the end of this next Kingsman movie is Eggsy and them all going back to Europe and starting a new Kingsman.
Because they're definitely, especially if the Kingsmen are destroyed, they're gonna bring it back. Because if you think at the end of the first movie, Eggsy, that female, I forget her name, that was like with him, that also became a Kingsman, and then the smart dude with the glasses, I forget his name too. I love this movie, but I'm so bad with names. But like those three guys, basically at the end of the movie, those three guys were the only people running Kingsman. So like at the end of this movie, like they're gonna build back up the Kingsmen, and
true.
They basically already did at the end of the first movie, because the head leader was killed. Because he turned out to be bad, so they killed him. Or Eggsy killed him.
Oh yeah, that's
right.
The
sleight of hand, poison drink switch.
Yeah, I love that movie. It was really funny, really good take on the whole spy genre.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I really hope they in the future films they really go for a little bit more diversity in a way. Like I would really like to see a lot more. Like they got the Kingsmen, they got the Statesmen, like more different cultures, kind of like they have like a general building thing, a general organization where they all kind of work. But I mean, I don't know, I think that I'm just too into sequels.
I think they might not break off and do multiple. I think they're just going to stick with the Kingsman movies, and they're going to have the others, like the Statesmen, still be a part of the universe, but they're not going to be their own movie.
Kind of like
I don't think the Statement could be a success like how Kingsman is.
Are you talking like Kingsman is going on, and then they bring up current events about the Statesmen too?
Yeah, or like the Statesmen are still in the movies, and they constantly like help each other or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess it just depends on.
It really
what locations they get for filming.
Yeah.
You either get more American locations or you get more Europe locations.
I think I like European locations better because a lot of American locations, they're like, if you want something that somebody's going to recognize, like, oh, this is America, they're going to be doing like the Grand Canyon or Empire State Building or
like a really
things that we've all seen before.
Yeah, it's different. Unless if you're from Europe, then it's not different. But I liked how
do they
these
have different movies than we do?
No, it's all the same. They're all released worldwide.
Well, then why?
Like, they actually get the movie before us. Overseas gets movies before America does.
I know, but if we are all making... So, okay. Isn't it like Hollywood, like California, and China, or not China, Hong Kong are like major exporters of movies?
America and Hong Kong, or not Hong Kong, China. America and China are the biggest, like, box office. Like, they bring in the most money. But, like, for making movie-wise, America and Europe and, like, England and all of them are better for, like, location-wise and, like, just how many films are filmed there. That's America and England. And
well, it's because, like, England is, like, you can go to a different country and, like, that. You can take a train to, like, go across all the countries. In America, you can take a plane and go somewhere where it's super flat and all there is corn to somewhere where it's snowing and there's mountains, but it's, like, 60 degrees.
Getting back to the topic, what is your favorite upcoming movie, or like what you're looking forward to?
The movie I'm looking forward to, I've said it a lot before, so I'm gonna have to say it again. Probably have to be Death Note, just because it looks pretty good, and kind of keeping on the topic of visual effects, incorporating into actual film practical effects. Yeah. Well, no, I just meant just like visual effects. Yeah, like the character Ryuk or Ryuk. He's going to be visual effectly inclined.
Yeah, but he's not full CGI. Like, he's still practical. Like, I think the only thing they're doing, like, visual effects wise is more going to be like his head. Everything else is like a costume and like stilts and stuff.
Is it really?
That. Yeah, I think so. I don't know for sure, but I believe that is true.
That'd be cool. But it looks very CGI. That's why I think it. But yeah, the director is...
The Blair Witch director.
The Blair Witch director.
And he did Your Next and VHS.
Yes, and by VHS is a very scary movie. It is rated R for all the reasons you could think it'd be rated R.
Every single one.
Just a little bit of every single one. But it's like... but it talks about... It's about these people would break into a house, find VHS tapes, and they have different... It's like a bunch of scary stories in it. And it's like, it's pretty cool because all the scary stories kind of correlate to also in the very end. I liked it a lot. I recommend watching it. I think it still might be on Netflix, so check it out.
I haven't watched it, so...
Watch it. It's very good. It's
the only
scary.
horror movies I've really watched, like, I watched the real horror movies, like Final Destination, and then, like, You're Next. All those are more realistic, grounded horror movies.
Have you seen Friday the 13th?
No, I actually have not.
Okay. I've been meaning to watch
I've
that.
seen clips of it, but
I've seen Halloween. Halloween sucked.
Yeah, Halloween.
It was terrible.
I think the only movies that I've seen that are actually, like, paranormal horror movies would be, like, I've seen the first Conjuring.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the few like paranormal ones I've seen, which is really bad because like the realistic ones I feel like would be more freaky because like Final Destination can be like that can actually happen because like one of them involves an elevator and I'm just like
that's why I have a
fear of elevators. Like the first one or something and I was just like, you know, that could happen in real life.
Yeah,
but it doesn't make you scared.
No, I'm scared of elevators. I'm never.
not.
No, I go on them all the time. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end it there. Thank you for guys listening. Thank you very much. We appreciate you watching and everything.
Any suggestions? If you have any ideas that you want to throw at us, or like anything we can do better, like podcast wise, or if you want to see any videos made.
Yeah, obviously we're just beginning. We're trying to get everything set up. But yeah, we're doing this for fun because we like it. And so yeah, anything that you guys have ideas about doing, just let us know because we would like to know what you guys want to see.
Yeah, so
yeah, thank you guys.
Comments, like and subscribe.
And stay tuned for more.
Yeah.
See ya.